Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and welcome to another episode of the Race to Division 1. As you guys can see there, my record's at 25 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses throughout the season so far. We're 1 win away from winning the Division 6 title. We've already reached promotion range, so this win is literally just for the title here that's going to be coming up. I've made a new team, as you guys can see. Went with the 4-2-3-1 formation, messed around with it on my main account a little bit. This is a Russian League BPL hybrid. Not much of a hybrid, to be honest with you guys. Mostly BPL here, but the reason I wanted to use the 4-2-3-1, guys, I just feel you become a better FIFA player when you learn how to play a formation with 1 striker in it rather than 2. Now, I've had success with the 4-2-3-1 on head-to-head, but for some reason, the success on head-to-head with this formation doesn't translate well on Ultimate Team. A lot of people rely on that 1-2 passing between the strikers, so I'm trying to adjust that. I'm trying to stray away from that as I come up against this guy using a 4-1-2-1-2 Serie A team, and I had a pretty good feel for the match. You know, I still have to adjust a little bit, but for the most part, we were able to pass around the ball. We were able to control possession, and look at this over the top through ball on the money right to Eto. Is gonna dip it right over Buffon. As soon as you see him pull out a keeper, you can just dip it over them every single time, especially Eto. He's got incredible finishing, and I dominated the defensive side of things here. Ben Arfa keeping possession of the ball, a bit lucky, but his defender, Abate, steps in right in front of that shot at the last second. Might have been a goal, but that was good at defending. Again, maintaining possession on the wings, working the ball around, and a wonderful pass right to Eto, but Eto just doesn't have a good angle to take a shot off on target. Eventually here we get a little bit lucky, keeping the ball in play, and we're going to find people make the run all over the place. Witsel finds Fellaini. Fellaini's going to find Eto, and Eto's going to finish that one with ease right under Buffon. So a wonderful game by Eto so far. He's got 2 goals. And there was no reason why I picked him over any other BPL striker. I've been wanting to use Eto a bit, not because of his pace, but for those of you guys who watched me stream quite a bit on FIFA 12 and early FIFA 13, I used to love using Eto because of his incredible finishing. One of my favorite cards on FIFA 12 back in the day was the Inform Eto when it released. And again, for those of you guys who remember my stream, I used to love using Eto. As you guys can see, he ends up rage quitting and we win the Division 6 title. So a pretty easy game for the most part with the first game with this team. Then we're going to move on to this game. And guys, I'm going to rant a little bit throughout this game, and I've got quite a bit of things I want to talk about regarding the FIFA mechanics. Now, his team's going to load up in just a second here, and you guys can see it's an average Serie A team. Nothing special. You guys have probably seen this a million times. He's got pace where he needs pace, and Armero, Cuadrado, and Ibarbo, all those guys have a bunch of pace, and that's fine. We can go ahead and deal with that. Offensively, he was very, very one-dimensional. He was just an overall one-dimensional player, but you guys can see right away, he's able to rush me with defenders instantly. I mean, the second my player received a pass, I had 2 defenders on me right away. Literally, right away, I had defenders right on top of me. So you guys can see he breaks away here. He can easily put it in. He tries to get it to Gomez, but we get really, really lucky. Now, here's where I made the mistake, and I cannot take away anything from this guy on this goal because I made the mistake and I paid for the mistake, so I can't be angry or upset at the mistake. Czech does bail us out eventually, but it falls right to him. He ends up getting the rebound, puts it in for the first goal of the match. That's fine. I'm not upset at that whatsoever. That was my fault completely. Right here, he goes for the header. Czech, beautiful save. He gets the corner. And of course, you guys are going to know the outcome once people get corners every single time. I pull up the keeper, and he's going to head it right into the net. An empty net. So again, another goal he scores that was my fault. So I can't take away anything from his goals. Cannot take away anything from his goals. But look at right here. How did Marchetti snatch that one out of the air? I thought that was going to be a goal for sure. Now, going back to my ranting stage here. For those of you who read the EA forums, you guys are going to know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, The number one complaint this year is not lofted through balls. You're going to see him try lofted through balls over and over. I'm able to stop them. Again, he was very one-dimensional. I don't consider this type of FIFA player a player who can win consistently. They might be able to win a couple of games here and there, but for the most part, if you figure them out in time, you'll be able to beat them. But again, going back to my point with custom tactics and high pressure. So this year, a lot of players are actually creating custom tactics to press the heck out of people and just get insane pressure on your players, literally having you a split second to make a decision and end up making that pass. Here we actually get one back by a nice bit of passing, so it is beatable, but it's very, very tough to beat at times. And it's so easy to execute. You literally go create a custom tactic, you slide over the pressure and hold second man press the whole game. And that's it. That's all you have to do. The rest is really just trying to intercept the passes with the player you're not pressing with. So I don't really know why EA is not doing something about this. This has been something that's really been a problem for the past couple of FIFAs where people are just pressing. You guys can see here right away, 3-4 people are pressing me. I'm able to get around his defenders eventually, but by the time I try to attack, it might be my formation that's not really good for this. Maybe if I played like a 4-3-3 where I have 3 attackers up front at all times, it would work better. So it could be that, you know, it could be where I could have switched my formation. One thing I saw that worked was switching it to counterattack. So again, I'm not saying that this is not unbeatable. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's too easy to execute, way too easy to execute. I mean, it's no effort. And there's no drawback from it. There's nothing in your head telling you, oh, I might be able to concede a goal very easily because your defenders are never out of position when you do this tactic. They all stay back. You can, you know, set it up where your back four just never push up. You can set it where only your midfielders kind of rush you. There's a lot of things you can do with custom tactics that it's very cheesy, to be honest with you guys. Very, very cheesy. But it allows people that are mediocre at build-up play or mediocre at creating chances to have a chance to beat you, really. And that's what happened in this match. You know, I don't consider players like these good FIFA players because eventually, if I play him again and I adjust the way I play and I change my formation, I think I would have a better chance. But it's the thing is, you have to do all of that to just combat it. So I don't know what you guys feel. I think a lot of you guys probably have dealt with something like this before because in the comment section, I read a lot of people who say, Smarba, how do you deal with high pressure? This is ridiculous. And to be honest with you guys, it's very hard to deal with high pressure. It's something that needs to be addressed for next gen FIFA. Something needs to be done about it. It's just far too easy to execute. So I don't know what they can do. One thing I want to see is maybe just tiring out players. Someone should not be able to hold down second man press, put it on high pressure, put it on team pressing, adjust the custom tactic to even add more pressure, and never have his players tire out or run out of fuel. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they do something like that. You guys can see a bunch of times he's just trying over the top through balls. Again, very easy to defend for the most part. I did not have trouble playing defense against him. I just had trouble attacking. I had a lot of trouble attacking, and it could be my formation. It could be a lot of things, but eventually the 90th minute does approach. I put it on ultra attacking, and he's going to finally get me here as Cahill, for some reason, heads the ball right back to Ibarbo, and Czech could not get to that one. So he ends up shushing me. He ends up celebrating. He's going to win this one 3-1. But I have to say, the first 2 goals I should have prevented, so that should have been fine. And I should have adjusted earlier. Now that I think about it, now that I watched the game again, I should have adjusted to what he was doing. I should have changed my formation. I should have changed something I was doing. Put it on counterattack seemed to work the best for me after I figured out what he was doing. So, but let me know what you guys think about this high pressure situation that's going on FIFA. I think it's overly used. I think it's too easy to use, as I've mentioned plenty of times before. And I do apologize for ranting, guys. I'm not a guy who complains at FIFA or rages at FIFA. Usually when I take a loss, I try to analyze a loss and try to see what things I can do to get better. And that's what I tried to do here. When I was looking over the footage as I was editing it, I looked at it and I said, you know what? Maybe I could have done this differently. Maybe I could have done that differently. But then at times I felt like I was so pressured to just do something with the ball right away. It forces you to play fast. So if you're a player like me who likes to build up the play and not try to go with over-the-top through balls from one side of the pitch to the other, you're going to struggle against someone who does this to you. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, if it should be addressed, if you guys have a easy time against it. Usually, if people don't have the custom tactics set up, I have an easy time against it. But it's those people who have the custom tactics set up on top of doing high pressure, on top of second man pressing, that's when it becomes really difficult to deal with. So again, I apologize for the rant. I don't mean to rant. It's not my thing. But in any case, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. It really helps me out. And if you guys want to see daily FIFA content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else you gonna do? Catch you guys all tomorrow. Later.